Hello everyone. So in this lecture we'll see different types of functions and we'll see how to solve problems related to the types of functions. Okay, so let us begin with the types of function. Okay. So in the last lecture I have given to you one brief introduction about we can say that functions. So in this lecture we'll see types of functions and that is very important. Okay. So you can note down types of functions. So first one we can say that first one is one-to-one function, isn't it? Second one we'll discuss that is many-to-one function. Third one we'll see on-to function, and last one we'll discuss into function. Okay. So let's see one by one. First we'll start with one-to-one function. Okay. So note down first one that is one-to-one function. One-to-one function. So we can say that it is also known as injection. It is also known as injection. We can say that. So we can say that a function, let's say from set A to set B, is said to be, we can say that one function is said to be one function or one-to-one function if we can say that different elements of set A have, we can say that different images, isn't it? In we can say that set B, isn't it? Meaning is what we can say that ultimately we can say that the correspondence or we can say that the mapping is one-to-one, isn't it? So let us consider two sets. Let's say this is set A and let's say this is the set B, and A contains the elements, let's say A1, A2, A3, A4, and B contains, let's say B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, isn't it? So let's say one function is from A to B, set A to set B. Now you only tell me, let's say A1 is associated with B1, A3 is associated with B2, A2 is associated with B3, and A4 is mapped with B4. So here we can say that there is one-to-one correspondence between the elements of set A and set B. That's why we can say that here this function is known as one-to-one function. So yes, we can say that that is the definition says that if f of A is equals to f of B, then A equals to B, isn't it? So we can say that if f of A means what? We can say that f of A means what? Image of A, isn't it? And image of B, if these are equal, then we can say that the elements A and B both are equal, isn't it? That is the meaning of one-to-one function. That means we can say that here, yes, every we can say that no two element or more than two elements have the same image in set B. That is the meaning of one-to-one, isn't it? Okay. Means if we assume, let's say f of A equals to f of B, that means for A and B, yes, images is or image is same, then we can say that if so, then those elements are also same, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Write down next type, that is many to one function. Second one we can say that many to one function. So many to one function means we can say that a function A to B is said to be, yes, we can say that many to one function, many to one function if and only if we can say that two or more different elements in set A yes, different elements in set A have the same image, isn't it? Then we can say that that function is known as many to one function. So let us consider one example. Let's say this is your set A, and let's say this is the set B. Let's say elements inside A are A1, A2, A3, A4, and elements inside B are B1, B2, B3, B4, and B5. Now you only tell me, yes, let's say function is from set A to set B. Now let's say any two elements, let's say A1 and A2 both have the same image, that is B1. Then we can say that these type of functions are known as many to one function, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So here we can say that that is, yes, if A1 is not equals to A2, but we can say that images of A1 and A2 are same, that is equals to, let's say, B1, then we can say that hence this one is what? Hence this is many to one function, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, so this is known as what? Many to one function. Next one, yes, third type is, we can say that that is onto function. So we'll see what is onto function, or let's say that is also known as surjection, isn't it? Onto function is also known as surjection. So we can say that yes, if in a function, let's say function is from set A to B, then let's say if range is equals to codomain, then we can say that that function is known as onto function. So let us consider this is set A and this one is set B. Let's say here A1, A2, A3 and A4, four elements are there. And here let's say B1, B2, B3, isn't it? Three elements are there. Now we can say that let's say A1 is associated with B1, A2 with B2, A3 with B1, and let's say A4 with B3. So here we can say that codomain is what? Codomain means what? We can say that codomain means elements of set B, and also we can say that here range is also equals to codomain. Range is also, we can say that here b1 comma b2 comma b3, isn't it? So if range is equals to codomain, then we can say that that function is known as onto function, isn't it? If we can say that range is a subset of codomain, then that function is known as into function, that is next one, isn't it? So write down next one. So let's say fourth one, that is into function, isn't it? Fourth one is into function. So here we can say that a function, let's say f from set A to set B, is said to be into function if we can say that range is a subset of codomain, isn't it? Let us consider one example. After that it will be clear to you guys. Let's say this is set A and let's say this is set B, and let's say in A elements are, let's say A1, A2, A3, and in set B let's say elements are B1, B2, B3, B4, and let's say B5. Now let us consider one mapping. Let's say A1 is mapped with B3, A2 with B1, and A3 with B2, isn't it? Now you only tell me what is the codomain here. Codomain means simply we can say that elements of set B. So these are B1, B2, B3 and B4, and final one is B5. And here what is range? Range, we can say that yes, those elements which are associated. So we can say that b1, b2, b3, or we can say that range means images, set of images, isn't it? Okay, so we can say that here range is what? We can say that range is subset of codomain, isn't it? Or not only subset, it must be proper subset. Remember this one. So right here Yes, right here proper subset, isn't it? Range is proper subset of codomain. So here we can say that range is a proper subset of codomain. That's why we can say that this function is known as into function, isn't it? Into function. So remember guys, here range is proper subset of codomain, isn't it? That means proper means at least one less element, isn't it? So we can say that that is, yes, we can say that into function. So we covered four types of function. First one we can say that first one is, yes, one function, then many to one function, then onto function, then into function. Last one is a combination of one and a onto, that is known as fifth one. We can say that that is known as bijection. And what is bijection? Bijection means we can say that a function that is one to one as well as onto. A function one onto is known as bijection, isn't it? So we can say that a function that is one as well as onto, that is known as bijection, isn't it? Let us consider one example. Let's say one function is from set A to set B, and elements of set A are A1, A2, A3, A4, and let's say these are B1, B2, B3, B4. So let us consider one to one. Let's say A1 is associated with B3, A2 is mapped with B1, and A3 is mapped with B2, and A4 is mapped with B4. So from here we can say that there is one to one correspondence. That's why we can say that that is one as well as here range is equal to codomain. So we can say that this function is bijection, isn't it? So remember, yes, you can conclude from here, if any function is bijection, that means that is one as well as onto. So we can say that guaranteed that function, we can say that in that function, if that is one and onto, then we can say that the number of elements in set A and set B must be equal or not. Yes, we can say that. Otherwise, let us consider one more example. Let's say if here three elements are there, a1, a2, a3, and let's say here four elements are there, b1, b2, b3. If we want one bijection from a to b, now you only tell me here elements are different, then you can see, yes, bijection is not possible. Why? Because let's say one to one, if let's say this is one to one, isn't it? One to one correspondence is there. Now if it is one to one mapping, then you only tell me this is one to one, but this is not on two, because here range is what? Range is b1 comma b2 comma b4, and we can say that that is a proper subset of codomain. Codomain contains all the elements of set B. So this is not possible. That's why we can say that this is not a bijection. Isn't it not a bijection? Isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So we can say that for the existence, or we can say that for the existence of bijection, both sets must have same number of elements. Otherwise, bijection is not possible. Isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So let us consider one more example. Let's say set A contains three elements or four elements, let's say a1, a2, a3, a4, and let us consider one more set, let's say that is B, containing b1, b2, b3, three elements. Now also we can see here number of elements are not same, so try to construct one bijection. Now you only tell me, if it is bijection, then it must be one to one. So let's say a1 is associated with b3, and A2 is associated with B1, and let's say A3 is associated with B2. Now you can say here one to one correspondence is there. Also range is equal to codomain, but remember guys, here one element inside set A is unmapped, and that is not allowed in a function. So we can say that overall it is not a function. It is not a function. Why? Because no element inside set A, yes, should unmapped, isn't it? Every element of set A must be mapped with the elements of set B, then only we can say that that is a function. Otherwise that is not a function. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So that's all about, we can say, that bijection. Now we'll take some examples and we'll prove, we'll see how to prove, yes, whether the given function is 1 1 or on 2 or bijection. Okay, so we'll see one by one. So let us take one example. Let us consider one example. Let's say, check whether following function is 1 to 1 or not, isn't it? So let's say function is given to you, yes, real number, set of real numbers to set of real numbers, and it is defined as, let's say, f of x equals to x cube plus 2 for every x belongs to set of real number. Then what is the procedure? Yes, let's say, yes, consider two elements, let's say x1 and x2, isn't it? Let us consider x1 and x2 belongs to set of real numbers. Also assume, let's say, yes, we can say that f of x1 is equal to f of x2. That means image of x1 and x2 are same, isn't it? Means both the x1 and x2 have same image, isn't it? If these have same image, then we can say that what will be the f of x1? So we can say that x cube plus 2, x1 cube plus 2 equal to x2 cube plus 2. So from here we can say that x1 cube plus equals to x2 cube. So here we can say that x1 is equals to x2. So one unique solution is there. That means we proved, if we just assume that any two elements have same image, then finally we proved that yes, those elements are also same, isn't it? We assume that, yes, we started our proof with by assuming that two elements are there which have, yes, same image, and finally we proved that these elements are not distinct, these are same elements only, isn't it? So we can say that, that's why we can say that here this function is what, 1 to 1 function. So we can say that if it is unique solution, then we can say that that function is 1 to 1 function. Okay, okay. So let us consider one more example. Let's say check whether this function is 1 to 1 or not, and function is given to you. Let's say f of x is defined as x square plus 1 for every x belongs to set of integer, and this function is from set of integers to the set of integers. Now assume again, yes, let's say two elements are there, x1 and x2 belongs to set of integers, isn't it? These are, let's say, these are two, we can say, that elements inside the domain, and we are assuming that both have same image. If both have same image, then what will be the f of x1? X1 square plus 1 is equal to x2 square plus 1. So 1 to 1, we can say that 1 will be cancelled out with 1. So from here we can say that x1 square equals to x2 square. So from here we can say that x1 is equals to plus minus x2. So we can say that here x1 is equals to x2 or x1 is equal to minus x2. So we can say that this is not a unique solution. If it is not a unique solution, then we can call that this function is many to one function, isn't it? You can realize this one like that. Let's say if we take any x value, let's say in the domain, let's say minus 2, then also we can say that what will be the output? We can say that minus 2 square plus 1, that will be the 5 only. Also if we take the plus 2, then also we can say that the output will be the 5 only. So we can say that here both elements 2 and minus 2 will be mapped with a 5 only. That's why we can say that, yes, we can say that this function is many to one, isn't it? This is not 1 to 1. This is many to one because two elements having same image. That means many to one correspondence is there. So in this manner, you can prove whether the function is 1 to 1 or many to one, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. One more method is there. Let's say, yes. First question, check whether the following functions are one to one or not. Let's say first one is given to you y equals to e raised to power x. Second one, let's say y equals to 3x plus 1. And let's say c equals to y equals to sine x. And last one, let's say modulus function, isn't it? So one more method is also there. We can say that if you know the graphs of these functions, or you can draw the graph of any function, then it will be very easy, isn't it? So it will depends on you only, isn't it? Let's say y equals to e raised to power x. Now you only tell me what is the graph of y equals to e raised to power x. That will be the graph, isn't it? Now you only tell me here. We can say that yes, you can take. Yes, let's say f of x1 equals to f of x2. Let us consider two elements in the domain x1 and x2. Now it becomes e raised to power x1 equals to e raised to power x2. So take log on both sides with base e. So this becomes what we can say that log e base e. Log e base e becomes 1. So here we can say that x1 equals to x2. That is the unique solution. So what is the procedure? Yes, draw the graph, and yes, we can say that draw the straight lines, isn't it? If these straight lines are yes intersecting the graph at only, we can say that at one point or unique point, then we can say that that is yes one to one function, isn't it? Similarly, you can go for y equals to 3x plus 1. So for the graph for y equals to 3x plus 1, we can say that will be this only. Yes or no? Now draw the horizontal straight lines. Yes, we can say that everywhere, every line is intersecting the graph at unique point only. That's why we can say that this is also your one to one function, isn't it? One to one function. Otherwise, you can prove with this method also. Let us consider two elements x1 and x2, and let us assume that yes, both have same image, and finally we will prove that these both elements are having same image. That means these elements are same only, nothing else, isn't it? Okay, write down next one. Let's say this is given to you y equals to sine x. So you know the graph of y equals to sine x. Yes, that is the graph of sine x. Now you only tell me, yes, draw the horizontal line. So we can say that horizontal straight line is intersecting at various places. And the meaning of this one is what? We can say that here, wherever it is intersecting, we can say that here values are same. So for let's say this is x1, this is x2. So we can say that for x1 and x2, yes, the output is same. Let's say that is why. That's why we can say that this function is many to one. So if horizontal straight lines intersects at the more than one place, then we can say that that function is many to one. So yes, directly you can say that this function is many to one, many to one function, isn't it? Let us take one more example. Let us take this one, last one, that is y equals to mod x. So you know the graph of y equals to mod x. So we can say that that is the graph of mod x. Yes or no? Now draw the horizontal straight line. So you can say that this line is intersecting at two places, isn't it? So we can say that let us consider, let's say this is 2, this is minus 2. So at both places the output will be the plus 2 only, isn't it? So we can say that either it is minus 2 or 2 that is mapped with the 2 only, isn't it? So we can say that this one is many to one function, many to one function. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay. So we can say that that is many to one. Next one, how to prove whether the function is onto or into. So let us take one more example regarding onto and into. Let us consider one function is given to you from set of real numbers to set of real numbers, and it is defined as f of x equals to x cube plus 2 for every x belongs to set of real numbers, isn't it? Now you only tell me Yes, here, yes, this set is, let's say this is set of real number. This is also set of real number, and function is from set of real number to set of real number. So here x is what? Yes, x is domain and y is the output, that is range, isn't it? Then we can say that if you only tell me when it will be onto function, yes, check whether this one is onto function or not. That is the question. Check whether it is onto function or not. So what is the procedure, guys? You only tell me. Yes, onto means codomain equals to range. That means we can say that if every real number inside this particular set, isn't it? Isn't it? This particular set, if we can say that every element has pre-image, that means we can say that range will be equals to codomain, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So we can say that if for every y belongs to set of real number, there exists x, then we can say that it is called, no, it is called onto function, isn't it? So let us check once. So here we can say that y equals to, or f of x equals to x cube plus 2. So from here we can say that x cube equals to y minus 2. So for x equals to y minus 2, yes, raised to power 1 by 3. So for every y, we can say that every real value y, there exists one real x. Yes or no? So we can say that every element inside next set B having pre-image in set A. So we can say that guaranteed here range is equals to codomain, isn't it? Okay, so we can say that here in this function, every element in set B is associated with any, or we can say that one of the element in the set A, isn't it? Or we can say that no element inside set B is there that has no pre-image, isn't it? That's why we can say that this function is onto function, isn't it? So if it is not onto, then we can say that that is into function, isn't it? So let us take one more example. Okay, so let us take one more example. Let's say one function is defined with set of real numbers to set of real numbers, and f of x is x square plus 2 for every x belongs to set of real numbers. Now here we will assume that y equals to x square plus 2. So from here x square will be y minus 2 and x equals to square root of y minus 2. Now you only tell me, yes, you only tell me, yes, for negative real numbers, let's say y is any negative real number. So we can say that for negative real number, let's say this is set A and this is set B and this is the function f. So yes, let's say this represents y and this represents domain. So we can say that for negative real numbers, let's say minus 2, there is no mapping, no x is existing. That means we can say that in set B, some elements are there which has no pre-image. So in this case, guaranteed we can say that here range will be a proper subset of codomain. That's why we can say that this function is not onto, and not onto means this function is into function. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So you can observe if a function is not onto, then that is into, and if a function is not one then that is many to one, isn't it? So these are some we can say that techniques to prove whether the function is one or onto or into or many to one or bijection. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So that's all about we can say that types of function. Okay. So thank you so much.